Tomorrow is my first day of my first year of teaching. I've had a pretty exhausting weekend, and I'm hoping I get some good sleep tonight, which I should be going to like about right now-ish anyway. But I feel super excited to meet my kids, but I also feel like completely unprepared, as if I've learned nothing in the 7 years of college that I was in to prepare for this day. But I think it's more of kind of I'll see how things go when I get there. I'll wing it. It's not like I've never done this before. I know how to be a teacher, especially kindergarten, so I should be able to handle it. It should be all right. But I can't wait to meet my little kindaroos. Okay, so I've been a bit behind on my vlogging, so let's play a little bit of catch up. So let's see. Last weekend was the first time that I went out, like in the nightlife with some of my friends, and it was basically an episode of The Hangover 2. It was ridiculous. I don't know what, it was crazy. I don't have all of that night. I haven't blacked out like ever before, and a lot of drinks were flowing and a lot of fun was being had. And the pieces that I have a few videos that I found on my phone the next day.
Have you looking at it, put you in a trance? I just wanna rollie with a dapper in. I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I rollie.
But otherwise, we're gonna kind of do like they did in The Hangover. You check the camera one time and you delete all evidence, and then otherwise it doesn't exist. After that, I had planned on going the next day to start my planning and stuff, because that was Saturday. I had my first day at work Monday, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna be asleep all day on Sunday recovering, and then be awake all night, and I'm not gonna make it to work on time. But I did sleep a good portion of the day on Sunday, but I woke up with my friends, and even though one of my friends said she slept outside on the balcony so she could play the ukulele all night, okay, decisions were made. Anyway, and then we went the next day, we got up, we got Korean barbecue, which was awesome. It was like a big Korean buffet, and I tried a bunch of different things that I had never tried before. That'll be in one of my food vlogs later on though, so I won't get into that right now. And I actually didn't end up sleeping the entire day, and I ended up making it to work on time the next day. But oh my goodness, when I say my first day was really like not my best moment in teaching, I didn't have a chance to sit down with my co-teacher like I had planned to. So I didn't have everything that I wanted planned for the first day. But it's like, you know, first day of kindergarten, we're not doing a whole lot of work, but you still need to have something planned. So it's kind of the first day you get into routines and everything. You figure stuff out, how things are going to go in your classroom. And I just remember being so flustered the first day. So in that office where I work, the only way to print is to take things from your computer, turn them into PDFs, and put them on a flash drive, and plug the flash drive into the printer. I don't have a flash drive of my own. So some people in the office let me borrow theirs, and I had done a bunch of things on my computer that I was ready to print out and cut out and label in my classroom and use as work, and I had a bunch of stuff planned. What I was told, or what I thought, I was supposed to be at work at like 8:15, and and then we're supposed to have a meeting at 8:30, and then go to the classrooms at like 8:40, and I thought the kids were supposed to show up at like 9. That's not correct. I just misunderstood that part. But So I get to work at 8 o'clock after taking 2 trains and a taxi. And I'm just like, I get into the office and I'm like, where the heck is everybody? Nobody's there. And I'm just like bugging out. I'm like, oh my God, where is everybody? Their phones are there, there's laptops there, their items are there. So they clearly had been there at some point. And I'm messaging like our group chat and stuff. I'm like, oh, where's everybody? Nobody's answering. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I sit there for until like 8:30, 8:40. Nobody comes back. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go to my classroom then. I get downstairs with all my stuff. There's like buses coming in. The teachers are all standing outside. All the kids are getting off the bus. I'm like, what the heck? How come? How did I not realize that I was supposed to already be down here and the buses already get here? Like, what time do the kids actually come? So at some point I messed that up. And so that's where I started off being flustered, is that I didn't have all the things I wanted printed because I didn't have a flash drive because nobody was in the office and I couldn't borrow one of theirs or find one to borrow. And then the kids, like half my class was already in my classroom when I got there. Like we don't wear shoes when we go inside the buildings. So there's like these little shelves and I labeled all of where the kids' shoes are supposed to go. And there's like 6 pairs of shoes there already. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's children in my classroom and I'm not up there. Even though they weren't unsupervised. But my point is I wanted to be in the room to greet them on the first day. And I was not for like half the kids. So that flustered me as well. And so most of the day I just spent kind of winging it because I didn't have the work and stuff that I wanted to do. But my co-teacher, who was super amazing, was letting me borrow a lot of his things and helping me out the entire day. And, you know, made it through day 1. I just remember going home and feeling really defeated. And it was really not one of my proudest moments as a teacher. And like I have felt for a long time that I'm a good teacher, that I have obviously always more improving to do, but that I was ready to have my own classroom and everything. And so after having that bad day, I just felt so defeated. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm like not even cut out to be a teacher? Like what if all this was like a huge mistake? And like all my coworkers and my boss, and they're just like, you know what, it's first day, we're all kind of frazzled and stuff, don't worry about it, don't sweat it. Everybody being super encouraging, super helpful. And I'm just like, and so I go into work the next day not really feeling much better, thinking I'm gonna go. So also on top of not having any work, I didn't have a chance to go out of the library and get any books for my classroom because my timing was so off. And I thought I was early when really there was already kids there. So I didn't have any books in my classroom. And then so the next day I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to get there early, I wanted to print stuff out, and I wanted to get books for my classroom. And then the kind of the same thing happened. Nobody was up in the office. And basically I just had my timing wrong. We're supposed to be downstairs first to meet the kids. They go upstairs with the teacher assistant, the pillions. And teacher assistant and pillion might not be interchangeable terms, but the pillions are similar to what we call teacher assistants in America. They're upstairs with them, and then we're supposed to go have a meeting in the morning. So I kind of had to get into routine, but the minute I got in my classroom and my kids are going, "Hi, Miss Danielle," my whole mood changed and I'm immediately happy again. Like, I don't know what it is, their little faces that are just so happy to see me. And I'm just like, you know what, get it together. This is my classroom, these are my kids. They're happy to see me. It was the first day. I can't act like my entire career has been terrible off of one day. So, and that was my moment that I knew I was in the right place. Because like if you go to work and that lifts your mood as opposed to going to work and hating your life, then you know you're in the right spot. I love to be at my job. I love being a teacher. I'm absolutely in the right career. I'm in the right place right now. I love all my coworkers. I love my building. I love my classroom. My students are these little tiny adorable little Japanese, they're adorable. And most of them are Japanese. I have a few other ethnicities as well in my classroom, but most of my students are Japanese and they're so cute. And we do all kinds of fun things at my job. The gym class that we went to, they had all these cool like games and activities for the kids. It was amazing. We did swimming in the pool, we do sand and water play outside, and we focus on teaching the kids English. So I only have to speak to them in English, and I only have one student that doesn't speak any English at all. But it's great. I love my job. And the rest of the week made it through pretty well. Have started to get my kids into a good routine. and starting to get the hang of things. So it's feeling a little bit better. That first day was not my proudest moment. It was not my best moment, but we're not gonna let one bad day turn into an entire bad year. So then after the week was over, we all went out for kind of a little, made it through the first week, back to school, kind of dinner and drinks, which was great to hang out with all my new coworkers and just like be in a relaxed setting and chill, which honestly, my job is a relaxed setting as well. Like when we're all in the office, it's almost like it's just like we're all hanging out and chit-chatting and doing whatever, even though we're all cutting things out for our classroom while we're having those conversations. But oh man, my coworkers are really amazing. Like I just love my job. But so then after that, I go to call a cab to go home, and my friends are like, no, we're gonna go out. I'm like, what? I've got on this dress that I put on to look like professional for these pictures we were supposed to take, and I did not plan on going out, so I did not have on a going out type of outfit. But I'm like, you know, I wanted to come here and have friends, and I wanted to be invited to things and go out, and I would rather go out with them than go home and just sit in the house for the rest of the weekend. So I cancel my cab, and we go hang out at one of their houses, and we have a drink or two, and we get ready, and we go to Khao San Road again, which is what happened last weekend. But this time I was with some different people, and I didn't get as messed up as last week, because I was like, listen, I cannot have another moment like that. So this time I paced myself a little bit, and things were better. And as we're leaving the house to go to Khao San Road, we call a taxi, and it's a pickup truck. I can't make this up. Like first I was shocked that we had taxis that were motorcycles. Now I'm like, an actual pickup truck just showed us to pick us up, and we literally got in the back of it, the pickup part. And so we're sitting in the back with like, I got like a drink in my hand, and like I'm playing music on my phone, and we're chilling and we're laughing, having a great time. And then all of a sudden my whole vibe is killed because something like flew into my eye. I don't know what it was. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing all these like weird things with my eye, trying to get it out, and I'm trying so hard not to kill the vibe because my friends were having such a great time. But I'm like, yo, my eye I can't even open it. And so I'm sitting there just like trying to figure out what to do, because I'm doing everything in this, whatever this is. I'm pouring like water into my eye with like a water bottle, and my dress is getting wet. And I'm just like, I don't give a shit about this dress. My fucking eye, I can't open it. So I'm trying to pour water in my eye, and nothing's working. We eventually get where we're going. We get out of the cab. They buy another bottle of water at 7-Eleven, which 7-Eleven is freaking everywhere here. There's like 2 on every block. Like you walk 10 feet, you're at 7-Eleven somewhere. So we get to 7-Eleven, got another bottle of water, and I'm just completely, I'm all in now. My friends are like with it. They're like, okay, lean back like this. And hold your eye open, and I'm gonna pour it. And so I'm getting drenched because they're pouring water all off my face, and I'm just like, I don't care, pour it on me. I can't open my eye. And so that's not working. But it's not working because my dress is getting so wet that I couldn't focus on keeping my eye open. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna do this, and one of them is holding my eye and one of them is pouring the water. And it was honestly ridiculous. It was a mess. And they're just like, if we take you to a pharmacy, this is Bangkok, if we go to a pharmacy or whatever, they're gonna do the same exact thing. And I was like, listen, I don't care. Pour that freaking water on my face that I can't open my eye. So eventually whatever it was that was in my eye flushes out. I still don't know what it was, but it was extremely painful. Like I was hoping it was just like a little eyelash or something and I could just like rub it out. That's not what happened. And I was very afraid that my eye was just out of commission for a minute. I could see out of it for a while. I couldn't open it. And so luckily, once it was out, I was able to like kind of get my mood back. I didn't want to kill everybody's vibe for the whole night with like shit about my eye. So once my eye was fixed again, we continued on with our day and met this dude that was like 6'5", I think he said 6'7", maybe, I don't know, Nugget Tim from the Netherlands, who was just standing in Burger King just chilling, eating nuggets. So when we talked to him while we were waiting to use the bathroom or whatever. And then we went out on Khao San Road and just had a good time for the rest of the night. and then got some street food on the way home, which was dope. I did a lot of dancing in the street. I don't know what it is. When we're on Khao San Road, I like to dance in the street. Khao San Road is similar to Bourbon Street in New Orleans. If you've ever been to New Orleans and you see how all the bars are on the sides, and then all the bars are packed full of people, but then also the street is full of people that are dancing or just walking around and having a good time. There's street food vendors, there's people selling bracelets that say very obscure things. It's super inappropriate, but they're actually really funny. And they're obviously translated from like Thai to using like Google Translate or something, because they're not in correct English at all. But they're really funny, and they say things like, well, I won't say, because they say really inappropriate like sexual things. I didn't buy any of those, but they're hilarious. So yeah, street food, laughing gas balloons, people walking around with buckets of alcohol. We walked by and one dude, we had a bucket, and one dude just like took a sip out of it, and I like had to slap him. But let's see what else. That was about it for Khao San Road for that night. And my friend let me stay at her house. My dress was soaked. I was just like over it at that point. But I do enjoy hanging out with my friends. And then so I came home, and I was supposed to be moving today and yesterday. Yesterday I was just so in recovery mode. I came home and I fell asleep, and then it got too late for me to move. And then now I'm all packed up and ready to move. Got my stuff all in my bags and everything. And then it started monsooning outside. It's just now starting to clear up a little bit and get lighter again. So hopefully if it clears a bit, I can move. Like, it's pretty important to me that I move on the weekend, because I'm an hour away from where I'm moving to. I'm moving to someplace that's across the street from my job, which is, the excitement is ridiculous because my commute to work is crazy. But it's gonna take me a lot of effort to move from one place to the other by myself. And I don't wanna make a bunch of trips, and I don't wanna make a trip here and back after work, because I'm gonna be there, then travel an hour here to get more stuff, then travel an hour back to the same spot. And that doesn't make sense. So I'm trying really hard to move this weekend, and then I don't wanna do it too late because I don't have anything in that apartment yet. So I need the basics. I just need I need some bed sheets and some pillows. Like, I really just need these super basics, and then I can just stay in that place tonight, which would be great. And I would like to just make sure I have everything packed up and just make one trip. So hopefully this rain pulls up a little bit, and I can just rally all of my stuff into these like couple bags and be out. And then I thought I only had this place until like Wednesday of this week. It actually turns out I have like 12 more days here. So I've got time to come back and like clean it up or whatever next weekend if I need to. But I really would like to get moved today. So hopefully that's next on the agenda. And next time you see me vlogging, I'll be in my new apartment.